Welcome to Crochet ADHD. I'm your host, Jackie. If this is your first time visiting, you are a one-hit wonder. I'm glad you're here. If you are a repeat offender, a member of the GlamFam, raise your hand if you're sure. Somebody sent me that one, so I figured it was high time to use it. It's that time of the year, calendarily speaking. Calendrically? Yeah, we're going to call it calendrically. Calendrically speaking, it is that time of year where our thoughts turn to cooler weather and the things that we can make for cooler weather. So last year, I do believe I did a video like my top 10 favorite sweater patterns, favorite free sweater patterns on Ravelry. Well, this time I want to do specific. I want to do free. Are they all free? I'm going to do, I don't know if they're all free or not. These are, I will get my mind to work eventually. So these are patterns that I have collected on my favorites in Ravelry. So it's a bundle. I don't remember if they're all free. So I'm just going to call them my favorite. Why can't I say cardigan? My favorite Ravelry cardigan patterns. Whew, there we go. Okay. So I searched and I searched and I searched and I searched tons of patterns looking for just the perfect cardigan. And a lot of the patterns that I came up with that I like the overall look of, I didn't like the fact that they were bottom up. I feel like I'm at this stage in my crochet career that I'm allowed to have preferences that I shouldn't. What am I trying to say? Yes, I can make a bottom up garment. For a test pattern earlier this year for a short sleeve cardigan, I did do bottom up. I still prefer top down because I like to be able to try things on. And especially given the fact that I am fresh off of my crochet sweater fitting class and I need to be able to put these things into practice. And a bottom up sweater doesn't allow me to immediately apply what I've learned. I'd have to go upside down and do everything different. And I ain't trying to do that. So it is called the Maya Cardigan by Vanessa Fong. It is $3.25 or it is free on her blog. I will include links to everything, by the way, down in the description box. It calls for an Aran weight, H hook 5.5 and 5.5 millimeter hooks between 753 and 2008 yards or 689 to 836 meters. Size from extra small to 3X. It is top down. It's a top down Raglan style. So next on my list, again, I will have the link to the bundle also below, but I'm going to try to have the individual patterns if they have links outside of Ravelry. Okay, the next one that I really, really love is called is that it? Okay, it's called the Herald Cardigan, and it's by Alexandra Tavel of 2 of Wands. This uses worsted weight. The suggested yarn is Lion Brand jeans. It uses a 5 millimeter and an 8 millimeter hook between 2,214 and 3,444 yards or 20,024 24 meters. I'm going to put the meters on the screen because I can't, my tongue, extra small up to double XL. You can buy the pattern ad-free for $7.50 or it is available for free on her blog. It's a very grandpa-esque type sweater. There are 22 projects on Ravelry. I like this. I think for me personally, because, and I don't think I have this much, I know I don't have this kind of yarn in my stash, but it looks like a yarn eater. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. It just looks like a yarn eater. Okay, next is the Fair Isle Cardigan. Y'all know I am in love with crochet color work. The more color work, the better. This is Fair Isle Cardigan by Yarnspirations, actually. So it's a free pattern. It uses bulky weight yarn and a 5.5 millimeter hook. There are no active projects on Ravelry for this. It is asking for 1,554 to 2,664 yards. The sizes are from 28 up to 62 inches. It does have positive ease. It is worked flat. And the recommended yarn is Patton's North American inspired. I have no idea what that means. But bulky weight and a 5.5 millimeter hook. It seems like that sweater might stand on its own. It is made in pieces from the bottom up. And it has a schematic. And they're set-in sleeves. So it's interesting. I wouldn't run away from this one. Again, the color work on it is absolutely stunning. It is just 2 colors, so perfect, you know, if you're dipping your foot in. And even if you didn't want to do the whole thing in the color work, you could just do, you know, a couple of the areas. Yeah, it's really pretty. All right, next is, and I'm trying to remember if I had included any of these in my list from last year, so hopefully I did not. Okay, this next one is called Laudinghause Cardigan, and it's by Katie Peterson of KT and the Squid. This is the pattern costs $1 on Ravelry, or it is free on her website. It is made in DK weight, requires a 4 millimeter hook, and uses 1,638 to 2,457 yards, and is sized from extra small to 3X. This is made bottom up. There's 87 projects on Ravelry. The thing I think I like most about this one, aside from the fact that it's DK, so it's going to be a little bit lighter, and tangent coming. Okay, so I have made a few sweaters and cardigans, whatever. The 3 cardigans that I'm thinking of right now are all made with varying amounts of acrylic. So I'm wondering, because when I'm looking for a pattern, I want something that when the wind blows, it is not going to cut straight through me. Does that make sense? Because, you know, like with knit, I'm not going to say knit. So like this fiber, you know, the likelihood of anything getting through that is very low. And I'm holding up this one, not to say that let's see. Okay, so here, knit stitch, and this is fingering weight held double, so a DK. Not much air is going to get through here. But yet when you look at a regular crochet stitch, you know, you can see through it. Now, what I am wondering, because I have not tested this particular theory, is if I was making something with this kind of a stitch, but it was made with wool, is it going to still allow the same amount of air to come through the way the acrylic ones do? Because that's something that just bugs me to no end. It's like, I feel like it's the bane of my existence. So like with the cardigan I'm working on now, you know, it is double crochet stitches, but it is 100% wool. So I'm hoping that I will be able to report back to you that it does in fact cut some of the wind. That sounded funny. Back to what I was saying about the Laudinghause. The lightweightness of the DK is cool because, you know, if you're in an area that doesn't get like really, really cold, or you're just a person that doesn't get really, really cold, but you still need something, the DK weight is going to do that. I also like the shaping of the ribbing in the front. It's kind of rounded. It gives it, I don't know, it just looks like something that, you know, grown-ups would wear. Right, next on the list is, and honestly, I love the Joy of Motion crochet website. I just love looking at her patterns. This cardigan is called Fall Favorite Classic Raglin Cardigan. Mouthful. It is, let's see, okay, it uses DK weight and a 6mm hook, 1185 to 2650 yards. The sizing is from extra small to 4X. This is, it's Raglan. So yes, top down, yay! But also seamed. So I'm guessing maybe the sleeves are made separate and then added on. A very wide size range, and only 4 projects on Ravelry. It's $6.50 if you want to purchase the pattern without ads, or it is free on her website. All right, next is the Essencial Cardigan. Ooh-wee, this one. Wow. Okay. Ah, yes, this is another one of those patterns that, no, what am I trying to say? So, you know how you have a pattern that is your go-to pattern? Like, you know, you have a go-to shawl pattern, but you know where you can make little changes and twists that, and the same with the top, or, you know, whatever thing that you make, but you know that you can do little things to make it different. I have this idea for another tee, but I just want to change the stitch. And I think this is probably the grown-up professional version of the rubber band and shoestring version that I have up here. So it's called Essencial Cardigan. It's made in DK weight using a 4mm hook. It uses between 1800 and 3200 yards, size extra small to 4X. It's made top down. It has something called a brioche tuck. Bing! Boys and girls, that is new skill level there. It has color work. It has short rows. It has texture. So this pattern is $8 on Ravelry, and there is a link to her website. This is a cardigan worked from top down, seamless. Most of this design is worked in right side and wrong side in moss stitch. I love moss stitch. Then you finish it with a waistband and ribbings in brioche crochet. Yes, please. You know, if we can get enough interest in this, next year, like September, I think we should make this cardigan as a make along. Like, we'll start it September and it ends in December. That's a long time, but oh, this is gorgeous. 14 projects on Ravelry. Wow. These are, oh, y'all, I think we need to do this. I really do. That would be so great. Okay, so next on my list is the Puff Stitch Cardigan. This is designed by Brianna Laudinghause. I apologize for that pronunciation. This uses worsted weight and a 5.5 millimeter hook. Between 1,400 and 2,500 yards, it's sized from extra small up to 4X. It's made bottom up. It has eyelets and post stitches, and it's seamed because bottom up. It is $4.25 on Ravelry. All of these prices are in US dollars, by the way, or you can download it for free on her website. She said that this is a good first cardigan pattern. Okay. Now see, as I'm looking at this, this is really pretty. If it was in 100% wool, then it might, you know, block that wind that I'm seeing. I'm imagining this air just coming and cutting you through your, like, your spine. But I worry about weird things, and y'all know that. So this is probably not, it might not even be an issue. So please don't let that stop you from making it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love that it's like it's a grandma sweater. You know, it's got that grandpa feel, but the little puffs in it give it just that little bit of delicate, and it makes it, you know, like words, they're overrated. Next on my list is the Slouchy stripe cardigan. This one is by Ashley Kaiser of Sorella Yarn. This uses worsted weight and a 6 millimeter hook. And I'm pretty sure it is, okay, it says it has a raglan sleeve, so that tells me top down. If I'm wrong, I apologize. See, this adult size slouchy stripe crochet cardigan, simple and quick to make. It's lightweight for layering through all 4 seasons, and its oversized fit is worked right into the pattern for you. All right, so you have this pattern, and let's just say that your body is not a box. So you've got measurement A that if you made straight down would fit perfectly in your shoulders, but it's going to be way too big and bulky when you get to like your breast and then like under the arm, and then atrocious when it gets to your waist because your waist is, you know, even smaller. So what I am putting to practice is it's okay if you have, let's see, I'm trying to think, like if I had 200 stitches to make the yoke of my cardigan, I'm just literally pulling these numbers out of the air, but the 200 was enough to cover my full bust. Is that right? You got high bust, full bust? Yes. But if I kept it like that, I'd end up looking like Quasimodo in the backside. So what I have done is strategically placed some decreases after the bust so that I've got some shaping in to bring it in. Now, I'm not trying to make it, you know, form-fitting, but I just don't want it to be like way too big. And when you figure that out, because this is, you know, this is like, again, my first trial run after, you know, after graduating the class. So it might not work, but so far it is working wonderfully. Another reason why I'm so glad that I'm doing top down, because I wouldn't be able to figure all this out doing it bottom up. I mean, I probably could, but I'm just a baby. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for that. Not yet. So anyway, I said all that to say, even though this is a slouchy cardigan, if you don't want it to be slouchy, you can make some adjustments as you're going through it. I love this, that it's striped. I love that it is, I mean, it looks so simple, but it looks so comfortable. There are 85 projects on Ravelry. This is a free pattern. I don't know if I said that or not. Ooh. Like this one, it looks like somebody just took, it's just like either a bunch of variegated yarns or maybe a scrap. Let's see. What did she do? All right, I'm guessing that she just used variegated yarn, and I love the look of it. It reminds me of a pattern that I've seen in an old crochet book called what is it called? The Apprentice Coat. That's what this version reminds me of. But you can do it in stripes, you can do it in solids, you can do it in variegated, and honestly, just simply changing it from a stripe to a solid, kind of, again, it brings it a little, it goes from like super casual to just like work casual to, you could probably, you know, wear this to some formal event or worship service, something along those lines. So it's a very flexible pattern. I like it. I don't know why I didn't choose to do this one. Honestly, I probably, by the time I had gotten to the point where I'm like ready to just start something, the one that I'm using was like right there. But because this one's been in my, all of these have been in here for a little while, so I don't know. Okay, next is the Staycation Cardigan. I know this one's been in my favorites since at least 2020. I know. This is by Jess Copham of the Make and Do crew. Okay, it needs worsted weight yarn and a 6.5 millimeter hook between 2,000 and 2,800 yards. It is size small to 3X. Okay, it's bottom up and it's made from side to side. Okay. This is definitely a comfy, cozy, you know, wrap yourself up in, don't come out until after Groundhog Day kind of sweater. There are 173 projects on Ravelry. It is a free pattern. This is cool. 173 projects. I feel like the Make and Do crew is probably one of the more popular Ravelry pattern designers for crochet. I think that's right. Oh yeah. This is definitely comfy, cozy. Yeah. No matter what. Like, okay, one of these to me, it looks like they made it into a robe. Okay. And simply by extending the length of it, very comfortable, very, I don't know. I've not made this one. As a matter of fact, I've not made any of the ones that I'm mentioning except for the one I am making. But with the number of patterns, at least for the Staycation Cardigan, you'd definitely be in good company. I love the different variations that people have used. I'm really liking the ones that are done with the I got words. Variegated yarns. Those are very nice. And then we have the Carl Cardigan. Now, I love this simply because of the name. When I think of Carl, I think of Carl from Up. And when I saw this sweater, I kind of got that vibe. So this is the Carl Cardigan by Rachel Misner of Evelyn and Peter Crochet. This uses an Aran weight yarn with a 4.25 millimeter hook, which is also a G. So that could be 4, 4.5, 4.25, and 4.5, I think, is all considered G. 1,020 to 1,600 yards, and it's sized sized extra small to 5X. This one is made bottom up, and it does have it does have a video tutorial. It is $4.50 US on Ravelry, but there is a version available. There is a version available for free on her website. Let's see the description. The cropped grandpa style cardigan you didn't know you needed. Worked up with beginner friendly shaping and Worked up with beginner-friendly stitches and shaping, you'll have it done in no time. Perfect to layer over dresses or high-waisted jeans. I know, if I could get past the bottom-up thing, my world will literally open up double or more, because I do love the look of this cardigan. I just don't think I'm ready for bottom up just yet. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, when I did the test pattern, I didn't know when I signed up that it was going to be bottom up, but with the yarn that I used and the stitch that the pattern required, I was okay because it was a mindless stitch. And yes, double crochet is mindless too, but that was different. The yarn I used for this other thing, it was the Nordica by Premier, so it created like the Fair Isle type stitch. It was beautiful. I feel like if I was doing if I was doing the same stitch in one color, bottom up, I like the ribbing on the sweater. It's like it's so Carl. It's perfect. I love that. I love the ribbing. I dig the ribbing. Note to self. Okay, and the last one I'm going to do is this. I don't understand why I have been like wanting to make this project. I don't know. I don't know if it's the name. I don't know. I don't know. But there's a pullover version and a cardigan version, and it is called My Precious Cardigan by Katarina. It is available on the Hobbii website. It uses DK weight yarn and a 4mm hook, 1057 to 1366 yards, sized from small to double XL. Let's see, it is a raglan sleeve, top down. Maybe that's it. Raglan, top down. But it's got these little, what do you call this? Let's see. It's got these little things in them. Little, like fillet, the design. I think it's the design in it that is just grabbing me. I might have to do some swatching, because I love this pattern so much. I love it. Precious. Okay, so that is my list of favorite cardigan patterns on Ravelry. Hopefully some of these are new to you, or if you've made any of them, let me know what your experience has been. And there are more in the bundle than what I mentioned, and I'm constantly adding more things to that bundle. All the things will be linked below. So that is going to wrap it up for me. If you have enjoyed this, please, please, please consider giving me a like. Comment below. Just click that subscribe button, and don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie.